Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. This is Cheryl with CNC Are We There Yet? And as part of our Saba series, today you're in for a big treat because we are going to take you on a tour of Saba University School of Medicine. This school plays a big part on Saba, so follow us, the adventures of CNC. Please like and subscribe.
Taking my chances along with my dreams.
The medical school is such a big part to Saba, and you are such a big part in the construction of the medical school. So Vernon is my brother and the contractor for Saba University. So I want you to share with us today how it came about, how you got the contract for the medical school, and a little bit on the statistics of building the construction part of the medical school for us.
Well, I was involved in a medical school before that even, and I think it was 1984, and I was commissioned in government, and David Frederick, who's the original founder of the school, invited Eric to speak with him in St. Kitts. So we paid Eric's way to go to meet with him in St. Kitts, and he showed interest in medical school on Saba. I mean, at that time we was like, a medical school on Saba, that doesn't make no sense. But if we're going to bring money, you're trying to get businesses to the island. So we invite him there, and we agreed to give him a license. And at that time, the central government, which on Curacao, could issue a license because we were considered the Netherlands Antilles. He didn't get it off the ground till a few years after that. And he started with 12 or 16 students. Where the hardware store on the bottom is now, that was government building, rented into that as classrooms. Down by the airport also he rented one of those buildings. And a private home he rented as an office and all of that. And we moved to the States, we moved there in Florida in '99. And we had to go back, we had visa issues, we had to go back, reapply. And when I went back to Saba, he told me he's going to build a campus, and that he had a contractor coming to build a campus. So I said, but why don't you leave locals build it? He said, well, at that time the government said it was too big a building for locals to handle. So I said, really, big rooms, I didn't see an issue there. So I spoke back to him, he said, look, if you guys can build it, build it. He said, I got $1.5 million. If you can build it for that, build it. So a friend of mine, Claude Peterson from Samaritan, he came over. We sat down with him and with Frederick, his wife, and we did a whole terms, what all he need, what the requirements were, how many rooms, how much area he need, and everything like that. And he wanted standby generators and all kind of things. And we put a project together. It came to $2.6 million.
Oh, a little bit more.
So I faxed it to him, and about 2 minutes later my phone rang, and what part of $1.5 million, you understand? And so well, you got a champagne taste in the bare budget because that's what you requested. So I said, let's sit down and see them, let's cut down the big generator you have, and let's cut down all the circulation areas. You got 8-foot, 10-foot passages, let's make them 6-foot corridors. And so we keep on doing that. And we dropped the height of the building, which is something over the years we repented with air conditioning issues. And we put in cheaper doors and windows, and we actually got the building down to $1.5 million. And it's a one-page contract. Let's see if I can find it, maybe give it to you. So I signed it and I sent it to him, and he agreed. He sent it back to me. And the next day we got our visa. I moved back to the States. So it was like
Wow.
meant to be for us to get
Meant
that
to
job,
be.
And we said 15 months we could build it. I think we built it like 13 months. And within budget, I mean, the guys really worked a lot of manual work, steel beams, putting up with scaffolding because we didn't have cranes at that time. So it was really a team effort. I mean, everybody did an excellent job on that building. And we finished on time. And in the beginning, after Frederick went back to the States, he phoned me and said, you know what happened? I'm getting a lot of pressure up here from the board because they're saying, you know, I signed a one-page contract. He said, you know, contracts like this, it's like books. You know, how can, you know what I mean? Am I really going to get a building? You know?
How could it fit?
Correct. So when the board came down for the opening, it was Dr. DeBrow. He was the chairman of the board. And so I said, I heard you thought you wasn't going to build it. He said, you know, you guys impressed me so much, so we need a second building now, and we're not even going to put it out on bid. We just want you guys to build it. And since then, up to the present day, we've been building for them ever since. I mean, they have changed ownerships. I mean, the school has got a lot larger. The new owners, a lot more easier to deal with. I mean, Frederick tried, everything was on the cheap with him. These new owners realize that cheap ain't always good. I mean, you want good quality, they pay for good quality, expect good quality, and that's what we try to deliver to them. So 22 years later, we're still working with them, still have a good working relationship, and the school is growing. And the coming years, it should even grow more because it's part of a bigger organization now. And that's it in a nutshell.
And it went from like 16 students to a few hundred.
And yeah, it went up to close to 500 at a given moment. And then as we got more competition in the Caribbean with larger companies buying schools, so the competition got a lot bigger and they dropped back down. But now they started to go back up again. And of course, it brings 60% of the economic activity to Saba. I mean, from supermarkets to bars to restaurants to telephone company to rental cars to airlines.
Affects the whole
I mean,
island.
everybody in fact. So
Yeah, I
sure.
think when the school is closed, when the students are on vacation, Saba
Oh yeah,
like a different,
Correct.
yeah,
You see
it's
that
so
facts.
quiet.
I mean,
So now how many buildings in total are there? There's three?
There's four main
Four.
buildings now. We have the main administration building, the first one we built. Then we built the library. And then the third building was an auditorium. Where we have all the, the auditorium could hold 350 people. So it's the biggest open place in Saba where we can hold larger gatherings. And then the fourth building was the testing center and cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
So it's one combined building.
Can you also tell us a little bit about how the dorms came into existence and when and how it ties in to the school?
After school started, they started very few students. As it started to grow, there was a problem of housing on the island. And of course, a lot of these students from Canada, from New York, so putting them on a 5 square mile island to find housing was kind of a little tough for them. So we decided, so actually David Frederick came with the idea we need to build these dorms. And this guy, we bought this piece of land from a Saban guy living on Aruba. And we were lucky to get that, had a house on it already. And so we built the first building. It can house 24, it's 6 units, and each unit got 4 bedrooms. So each kid got their own bedroom, and a bathroom is shared between 2 of them. And so in the middle, there's a common area with a full kitchen and living room, and then the 2 bedrooms on the sides with a shared bathroom. So the deal is that the first semester students stay in the dorms. So that gives them 4 months to look for an apartment locally where they want to, what they feel comfortable with. And the dorm is within walking distance to the school. So, I mean, it's less than a 5-minute walk where they have a great gym into the school for them. And one of the issues we came to realize shortly after that was a water problem. Of course, they're very dependent on the rain. So it was an issue getting water. So the next thing we ended up doing was buying a water plant, a reverse osmosis plant. We bought one that could do 5,000 gallons a day. And then when we built the second building, the same idea, the same 24 units, we just copied it. And so then we still didn't have enough water, so then we bought a bigger reverse osmosis plant that can do 19,000. So together we can do 24,000 gallons a day. And it helps the island also when it's dry weather. We sell to local, of course. If we just sold when it's dry weather, of course you got to sell to everybody. So, but the dorms we use about 1,000 to 1,500 gallons a day water there. So I mean, coming from North America, you know, they're not so conservative.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way, you know. And of course, we have a laundry facility on the property, and that's managed independently. But these guys do a good job. So they use a lot of water also. But it's another ease for the students. It's on the property, so they can get their clothes done. And then, about 8 years ago, we built a third building when school was really taken off. So in total we can house 72 students, first semester students. And we're hoping that we've had it, in the beginning was nearly full. We're hoping the coming semesters that we can actually fill it. I mean, usually the September semester is the biggest one, August and September. And the January and April ones are the smallest. But the first semester class can take over 100 students. So, and there's a second dorm, which is Kenny Levinson's dorm on the island. So with the two dorms systems together, I think that's not an issue. I mean, the issue is getting the students to Saba.
Well, thank you for sharing all your information with us.
You're welcome.
For all our viewers and students and potential students.
True.
Visit Saba and Saba University School of Medicine.
Yep, welcome to Saba.
So Tara, thank you for allowing us to come here this morning and take up your time. And the medical school is such a big part of the island. I mean, plays such a big role on the island. Through our YouTube channel, we would like to spread word in whatever way we can. So if you could give us like a summary of the medical school, you know, where your students come from, you know, just in a nutshell, how we can help promote as well.
Promote it. Okay, so the school has been here, well, it was established in 1992. And it was owned by somebody else, and it progressed until we are now here with everybody in the bottom, right? And we've had, you know, it's a roller coaster, up, down, great times, hurricanes, and all of that. COVID. But the main goal is to become MDs. But on Saba, it's actually a 10-semester program. We only do 5 of them here. So the theory part, the in-classroom and all of that is here. So in the first semester they do anatomy, histology, and just clinical skills. Second semester they go on to like metabolism and genetics. So it's like biochemistry. And a lot of then they move on S&D courses. Anyway, for them to all be ready by the time they get to the 5th semester, which in the perfect world takes 20 months. Okay, that's not the case all the time, and that's fine as well.
Right.
Okay, and then they have to be prepared to take a big final exam, which is called the USMLE Step 1. They need to pass that in order then to continue to do their rotations and different things in the US. Okay, so this is just a little stepping stone, right, to a much bigger than the practical part is there, working in the hospitals, you know, and all of this can be found on saba.edu, right? All of the admissions requirements can also be found on saba.edu. and pictures of our faculty, but I'll give you a little tour of everything.
Okay.
The majority of our students are American and Canadian. So we do offer, the school does offer federal loans, but for the Canadians, there are no loan, like private loan options right now. But still it's 50-50. You know, we have maybe close to 200 students, and it's about 50-50, Americans and Canadians. We have like international students, but maybe one or two. Yeah, because it's also harder for them to find, visa requirements and things like that.
Were you closed with COVID?
No,
or
we never closed.
How did you operate?
We never closed. So March, it was like March 10th or 11th, somewhere around there, 2020, is when they actually closed down the island, right? But we continued because we still had finals and everything that needed to be done. So everybody just became Zoom experts, right? So the people that were here, they did their, the majority of them finished out their semesters.
Oh, wonderful.
And then they took off, they went home.
Home.
But there was maybe like 30 that stayed on Saba, the die-hard ones, they didn't want to leave, which was very nice.
Yeah.
And so then when we started then in May of 2020, we were online. And we were also teaching in the class. So then there was, maybe like 20 of them in there, but they were very dedicated. They were very, very dedicated.
But it was great that you could do that. I mean,
Yes,
they could
yeah,
stay.
and just in Devon's, because that's where the main office is, that everything, fell into place that where we could coordinate everything to teach on Zoom, and the faculty adapting so quickly, to everybody. We were all IT experts all of a sudden, right? And
that's wonderful, because
Yeah.
a lot of places just stood still with
Yes.
COVID, until
Yes.
they figured out how to move on. So good for you guys.
So we did our orientation online, we did all the classes online, we did online exams, and proctoring became just, it's a whole new electronic age. I'm old school, we didn't know all of that, but all of the exams became online, and we had to proctor it via Zoom to make sure, that there was integrity in taking the exam.
Yeah.
But and then as the months went by, and September came, it became a little bit laxer, and then more people came. Then it was 60 that actually got here. Yes. And then the next semester was like 100 that came, and then slowly but surely it went up to where we are now. But as of February 18th, actually we stopped Zoom completely. So everybody needs to be back. We did that also last semester, October 15th. We said everybody had to come back, right? And then Christmas came, and there was a lot of, remember all the cases and stuff like that. It was hard for them to get back here, and so they said, okay, since everybody was having a hard time, they would allow until February 18th.
Oh,
But then, we're all back here.
back on.
Yeah, but not like 500 like we used to be.
Yeah.
But what's the good thing is that the island also changed. We it seems like all of the government workers are people from the Netherlands. So we have a lot of people from the Netherlands that came and took the apartments that were empty before, and so now we actually have like a housing crunch. The ones that are here have a really hard time finding housing, for the simple fact that now other businesses, other entities are importing their people.
Because the medical school plays a big part in the economy of the island. I mean,
Yes, it
housing,
definitely
the
does.
restaurants,
Yes.
everything from
For sure.
from the airport to the harbor benefits from the medical school.
For sure.
So it's been such an asset to
Yes.
Saba.
Yeah.
So I remember when it started, it was probably like a dozen students
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I think it was
something.
like 15 or something. It was
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
It was really, really small.
So it's remarkable
Yes,
how
that they came this far.
you guys have
Definitely.
grown it. When I lived here, I had an apartment I rented, to medical students, and they always said because Saba was so quiet, they excel because they
No
could
distractions.
study, no distractions.
No distractions, no movie theaters, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have like the nightclubs, well, one. But they don't even go. They don't even go.
Yeah.
Only like to when there's like a mid-semester, like a midway it's called, and then they will all go out one night.
One night.
Because
yeah.
we have exams, no joke, every single week there are exams.
these
And
are
it's not an easy program. It's definitely not. They always say it's like drinking water from a fire hose. That it's so. It's a lot of information. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Wow. And how long have you been with the medical school?
22 years. I've been
22 years.
in medical school. Yeah, I started as a receptionist, and then from the receptionist became dean's assistant. You know, and all of the openings I took, and so now, yeah, I'm the administrator. So, and I've been
Good
doing
for
this for
you.
15 years or so. But I like it.
That's
I like it a lot. I like
Yeah.
dealing with the students. It's never a dull moment. You know, never a dull moment.
And it's
Something
good. I
new.
can tell that you like it
Yes.
because you're so your energy is it shows that you like it.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for taking the time. And
Now I'm gonna take you
we
guys
would
on our
love to.
tour. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Boatswain. I work here at Saba University as an administrative assistant. That basically means I help with a little bit of everything for both students and faculty. And I enjoy working here. March 1st will make 20 years that I'm here.
Hi, my name is Celia Gonzalez and I'm the receptionist at Saba University. I've been here for 20 years.
Hi, welcome to Saba. I am Pat Nation, the Saba University Housing Coordinator and also the dorm manager assistant. If you're a student and you're visiting and would like to stay in the dorm, it's called Hillside Properties NV. And you send me an email via housing@saba.edu. The dorm can accommodate 72 students and it's a quad of 4, either female or males. We do not co-eds. So I'm hoping that I'll see you soon.
It's a good shot of the library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the bottom part is the library, and the top part is called classroom number 6. It's
Okay.
collaboration room is what it's called. They do clinical skills stuff in there as well.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So you got the solar panels up there?
Yeah, those are the government.
Uh-huh.
Solar panels. You saw the other ones over the
Mm-hmm.
airport.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a path. So you see, there's a path from the dorm that snakes
Oh,
down.
yes.
And then, so they don't have to go on the main road.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it more convenient.
And safer for them as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, I'm Sam Johnson, the librarian here at Saba University School of Medicine, serving your knowledge needs, okay?
So this is the collaboration room. So what they do is like they'll present a case, and then everybody will talk about it, and then they can project their, I don't know, scenarios on there. I also teach CPR, so this is where we do our CPR classes. We offer it also to the government, so and the hospital and everybody.
Oh, really? And you teach it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. So yeah, so this is classroom number 6, and we'll go out this way, so it'll be a whole.
So this isn't the auditorium.
No, we're going to that one next. So this was the second building. So first was admin, And they made a little gazebo. And then we got this because they needed a library.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Up there was the daycare. Yeah, but now it's not just filing. This is a generator, so whenever if anything happens, we can just switch on the generator and continue. Yes. So this is the conference room.
So this is like the third.
This is the third one. Yes, that came along. This is classroom number 2. So all the second semesters they're in here.
Classrooms are really big.
Yeah. And yeah, so now they can space apart. You know, before COVID, remember we had the social distance, so we had to tell them where they can sit.
Wonderful.
And this is called the fish bowl. This one. Because we can look at that. But it's just study area in between classes. This is the PD lab one.
This is the design here.
And again, with the same thing in mind, where each one of these is a little doctor's office. But here we teach them more, about how to put in a IV and different things. Again, checking the eyes and all of the different models. We have the one with the baby. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so I'll just show you real quick.
Check my eyes.
So the baby's in there with the placenta and everything. It's insane. Yes, and then like she'll deliver out here. Third semester.
Very cool.
These are third semester students working hard, eating through lunch.
Good luck, everybody.
And then this partition goes, it collapses, and then this becomes the auditorium.
Oh, this is
So 175 on each side. So on a regular day, it's just a classroom, and it has like the sound thing inside, so you don't really hear the other people.
And you use the auditorium for like graduation,
white coats. It's called. Sometimes the high school here also does the graduations here because there's so many family members, and there's nowhere that you can really fit everyone. So this works perfect, and you can come from the back, so they don't have to walk all through here.
Right.
And it works really well for them. Yeah.
The other side of the
It's identical to what we saw before.
Okay.
This was such a good plan because it's 2 in 1. I mean, you open it up and then it's
How are you?
And this is Jay Osama.
Okay.
And it's not that all of you, but we try to put everybody in here. It would be as first semester. So that's why it's like 174. Back then, that's how much we had. But now, they come in, we try and keep them spaced apart, social distancing.
this one completely past that exam.
Yes.
They're done.
Yeah.
So from pen and paper to
We came to this, yes.
wonderful. You guys have evolved.
But very new. Come inside.
Very new, yeah.
Yeah, very, very new.
Wow. Incredible.
And so they allow 13 people to work out at one time. And it's all that sign up kind of a thing.